When we talk about global trade, most people imagine the Silk Route as one long land road stretching across Central Asia. One of the oldest trading cultures connected to this network came from Sindh, a region often left out of the popular narrative. Hi, I'm Ruchika Arora. The Silk Route had two major arms: overland caravan routes and maritime routes linking China, Southeast Asia, India, the Gulf, the Red Sea, and the Mediterranean. Sindh was a quiet but crucial connector on the maritime arm. Greek and Roman sources refer to the port of Barbaricon near Banbor, and Roman records note Sindhi textiles reaching markets in Egypt. Sindh was one of the smaller feeder routes into the Silk Route network. Goods like cotton, textiles, indigo, and grains moved down the Indus by boats to ports like Tata and Lahiri Bandar, and from there ships sailed toward Muscat, Bahrain, and Basra. Inland towns like Shikarpur and Multan managed caravan traffic, financing merchants and creating an intersection of river, sea, and caravan routes that traders leveraged skillfully. Long before borders and passports, Sindhis were already moving goods, capital, and information through a mix of land, sea, and river routes that fed directly into the biggest Central Asian and Indian Ocean networks. Sindh sits at natural crossroads. The Indus River, flowing through its heart, the Arabian Sea to the south, Balochistan and Iran to the west, and the routes towards Central Asia to the north. The Indus was the region's main transport spine. Goods moved downriver from inland towns to ports like Tata and Banbor, and later Karachi, where they entered the maritime networks of the Indian Ocean. Sindhis built their reputation not on a single product, but on adaptability. They traded cotton cloth, indigo, dye, spices from the Indus, carved wood, grains, and later opium, silk, and metals. But their real strength was in networks. A merchant in Muscat could pass a message to one in Bandar Abbas in Iran, who could send it to Basra, Bombay, or Colombo. They operated with a trust-based information chain long before globalization would give such system formal names. Water shaped everything. While other Indian trading groups leaned heavily on land routes, Sindhis developed a balanced model: river for internal movement and sea for external movement. The combination made their system resilient. Even under the British rule, Sindhi merchants played a major role in Karachi's development as a modern port. However, partition in 1947 uprooted the community, but migration, whether voluntary or forced, was something Sindhis had historically handled well. That same instinct for mobility allowed them to rebuild across the world today. Today, Sindhi communities almost always concentrate around trade and commercial hubs. So how did Sindhis make their mark around the world? In Hong Kong, Sindhis arrived in the late 19th century and built businesses in textiles, electronics, and shipping. Dubai tells a similar story. Before the oil boom, the creek was lined with Sindhi-run shops dealing in cloth, pearls, and dates. In Singapore and Malaysia, they became known for reliable credit networks. In East Africa, especially in Kenya and Tanzania, they saw a significant Sindhi presence, while in the UK, they entered textiles, retail, and later finance. In the US, Canada, and the Caribbean, Sindhis moved into technology, startups, and diversified businesses. Across all these regions, they relied on networks, partnerships, and trust. So what remains of their Silk Route legacy today? The physical routes may have disappeared, but the mindset endures. Instead of sailing from Karachi to Muscat, a modern trader may fly from Dubai to Hong Kong. Instead of indigo or cotton, they may deal in electronics or real estate. and instead of handwritten ledgers called Hat Likit Hisab in the local language, they operate global supply chains. The principles remain the same: flexibility, adaptability, and reliance on networks. If one route became unsafe, they shifted to another. Their trading culture revolved around reading seasonal conditions, political stability, and risk, and adjusting accordingly. So when we connect Sindhis to the Silk Route, it's not the romantic image of endless camel caravans. It's the practical version. Goods moving downriver, transferring to caravans, being shipped across the Gulf, and supported by a network of trusted intermediaries. This combination of river expertise, caravan financing, and maritime trade made Sindhi merchants uniquely flexible. And that same flexibility continues to define the community today. In that sense, the Silk Route isn't history for Sindhis, it's a habit, a way of thinking. Whether it's a shop in Kowloon, a trading office in Dubai, or a business in Toronto, they draw from the same long tradition, connecting places, people, and opportunities. Thank you.